Hey ladies and gents, today I just wanted to talk about my little cyano outbreak here I got. It's starting to really irritate me. Not good. It's murking up my water pretty good, so it's like hard to see everything on camera. It doesn't help that I dose phytoplankton and everything else for my mandarin's copepod population. I did, however, put like roughly a 48-hour darkness period on it, and like you can still see the cyano and stuff, but let me tell you, the bloom was outrageous. It was completely covering the rocks and everything else. Everything was like a nice velvety purple red, and it was atrocious. So I'm glad to see that a lot of it is gone. There's like obviously still quite a bit in there. I might do another darkness cycle here in like a week or so. It would probably help if I didn't overfeed my tank a little bit, because I do know I do that. And I mostly do that just to ensure my juvenile tang is eating appropriately. Because, you know, obviously I worry about him. Like this darkness cycle is kind of fucked with him. I can tell by looking at him. He's pretty skinny. Because they're supposed to eat 3 times a day. And actually, now that I'm looking at it a little bit harder, I'm a little nervous. He probably is pretty hungry. I will say that a lot to do with the bloom is probably the fact that my tank stays right around 80 degrees, because in the trailer we live in, it's not real climate controlled, I suppose. Like the other rooms get really cold, and I'm in a smaller room that stays really hot for some reason. And the fact that we have to keep the heat at like 80 degrees for the rest of the house to even be like 72 does not help that fact. So yeah. I hope that another darkness cycle will help eradicate it some more. So far I'm in a better mood about it, because it is a lot better, let me tell you. It was pretty atrocious. I was starting to get really nervous. I am going to try and siphon some of it off and do another good water change, probably a good 50% or something like that at this point, because it needs it. And like I said, I do overfeed a little bit, so it would help. And I'm using all protein-rich dry foods for the most part. I do give live food sometimes, or not live food, but you know, frozen foods. But yeah, it's time for that 90 gallon to be set up and ready. Hopefully that'll help alleviate some of the problems, and I can maybe get a tank chiller and stuff too, so I can keep the temperature appropriate. But yeah guys, that's all I wanted to show you. Feel free to leave a comment, a like, subscribe, tell me how I'm doing. Maybe a suggestion for the cyano problem that isn't like dipping my rocks and everything else like that, because this tank is about to be shut down. And yeah, anything other than the darkness cycle you can think. Maybe I could dose it, but like I said, I'm upgrading, so I might not even do that. All right, take it easy.